I'm kind of confused. I think everybody else was confused. He said that he won the second fight. I can't say that I beat Vernon Forrest the second time. Can't say that I beat Winky Wright the second time. I can't say that I beat Cotto when I outlanded him in the punch department. But I can't say, oh, I beat Miguel Cotto too. It's crazy. It's delusional. I think we can handle this by doing another fight. I won the first one. You said you won the second one. Let's do the third one. Would you do that? I don't think so. I think you're afraid of me. You know, you're a little bitch. Oh, and the Roid thing, you know, like Victor Conte clearing the cream or whatever that shit is he was giving me. Top it off, I actually didn't do as good as I did the first time, right? So did it work? No. Was I more stronger? No. I'm still hitting hard anyway. I always hit hard. Don't try to use that either. And when you see the look on my face when I said unanimous decision, I thought the bullshit was coming. It was just going to give you the fight because they wanted to see a third one. It was going to force a third fight, but they didn't. They chose me over you because you're a piece of shit and they know it. But you know what? I'm all available for that third fight that you're talking about, that you want, that you secretly want. Let's do it. Stop bullshitting. Stop talking shit. Get some balls. Let's fight. What's up? I'm here. I'm ready. Exhibition fight, whatever the fuck you want to do. Let's do it. Come on. I'll see you in the ring, motherfucker.
Those are the surprising words of Sugar Shane Mosley. Let me tell you guys something about what I just heard or what we just witnessed from Mr. Sugar Shane. I have never seen Sugar Shane talk the way he talked, especially against someone that he fought in the amateurs, someone that helped create a promotional company that was very successful, which is Golden Boy, and just a overall combative rival. I've never seen Sugar Shane say those things about Oscar Delahoya and the question, calling him a bitch and he's a piece of shit and he's weak and he's this and he's that. Okay, well, my question is, where is all this animosity coming from? Now, I know there's always a below the belt element and a reaction to when people talk about other people when dealing with drugs. When I mean drugs, I mean performance enhancing drugs. I mean the type of drugs that make you a little faster, a little quicker, a little stronger, a little better, a little whatever, right? In a lot of people's eyes that see people take drugs or witness people, or when people get caught or get busted, should I say, taking drugs. And I think that bothers Sugar Shane. And in fact, I remember when Floyd Money Mayweather said that on 24/7 about Sugar Shane. He got pissed off as well. You know, he's like, we all know Sugar Shane Mosley. You all, know he was cheating and he took drugs for many years. That's why he was doing what he did. We all know he testified against Victor Conte and told Victor Conte that and everybody that Victor Conte gave him the drugs and he admitted to taking drugs, so we all know he a cheater. So we remember that, and you know, Sugar Shane was kind of starting like, I just wish he wouldn't say those things about me, trying to keep that persona. You know what I mean? And it was almost, look, he was pretty much wanting to say what he said today. Okay, and it just shows you the difference between when you keep it real, when you get old enough not to give a shit, and you're gonna say what you're gonna say. This is evidence of what Shane Mosley probably wanted to say back in 2002, 2003, 2004, and all those other times that he was still competing, but he was too busy being a good guy, you know what I mean, or a nice guy, should I say, you know, in the public eye. Whereas now he got the podcast and he's talking and he's just raw. And now he don't give a shit. He just talking crazy now. But I think this crazy talk is just an outburst and you know, and a reflex for what he wanted to say back in yesteryear. You know what I mean? Calling him a piece of shit. And it just makes you wonder, like, what happened with Sugar Shane with Oscar De La Hoya? I know I talked to Sugar Shane in about an hour and we said some, he talked about all types of stuff and we just kind of went through the wire, but we didn't really talk much about Golden Boy, because remember, it was Oscar, it was Sugar Shane. They were together in this business venture of promotion. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're fighters. We know what fighters want. So let's make a promotional company. Oscar started it. Sugar Shane was helping him. Then came Bernard. Then all of a sudden, Sugar Shane dropped off. And you know what I mean? And the question you ask yourself, okay, why, when, how, for what? Those type of things. So obviously, I don't think it was all because of roids or, the accusations about drugs, which is below the belt, because if that's supposed to be a friend of yours, why are you talking about him taking drugs 20 fucking years ago anyway? So something had to happen not too long ago that caused Sugar Shane Mosley to drop out of the limelight or the franchise of the promotional help, assistance with Golden Boy. So him calling Oscar De La Hoya a piece of shit and, I'm better and let's do it again. A lot of people could look at that as a, money grab, legacy fight, because they're both in the 50s. Oscar De La Hoya is either 51 or 50, right? He was born in 73, so it depends on when his birthday is. I think his birthday was earlier this year. So, yeah, he's either 50 or 51. Sugar Shane's like 53, 54. So, I think he's probably like, hey, you think I did this? You think I did that? Let's fight again. I'm like, okay, who the hell wants to see a Shane Mosley versus Oscar De La Hoya 3? Well, the funny thing about it, I think they would give a pretty good fight, because those guys did fight 2 hell of a fights when they fought. But if I'm Sugar Shane, why would I give a shit about what Oscar De La Hoya says and I've beat him twice? You know what I mean? I've beat him both twice. Unanimous decision and one, I think, a split decision in the other. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't care what Oscar had to say. Oscar De La Hoya has something to say about somebody? Really? Let me tell you something. As much shit as Oscar De La Hoya has done and has been involved in, everything from cocaine to booze to wearing dresses and fishnet pantyhose and shit like that, you think I would be worried if I'm Sugar Shane Mosley about Oscar De La Hoya and what he has to say about me? No. You know what I mean? Because we never say Sugar Shane Mosley in any of those lights. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any problem in those areas that we know of whatsoever. We don't know what goes behind closed doors, but we know that shit didn't come out about Sugar Shane Mosley. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I do feel that maybe Sugar Shane feels some type of way about the Roid allegations that Oscar dug up out of the blue, okay? And I also think that Sugar Shane Mosley wants to lure him back in for a fight for some cash. But you guys tell me what you think of Sugar Shane Mosley calling Oscar De La Hoya scared, a piece of shit, a pussy, a bitch. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!